whatever. It kind of has a way. But you guys that are showing up get the gist of that. Haven't drank nothing, haven't shot nothing, haven't done nothing since January 1st, 2012. Nothing. That's kind of why I call this the hero's path. You know why? Because heroes don't need nothing to deal with life. I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing to freaking, make myself feel better. I don't need nothing to get through difficult times. I don't need nothing. Whatever the world has to offer, bring it. I don't need nothing for the weekend just to take the edge off. Just nothing. And that's actually super mind-blowing because I always needed something. Like my whole life. Until I got into recovery and basically learned some spiritual tools that I apply to my life on the daily. And it's gotten me into a place that I don't need nothing. Heroes don't need nothing. They don't need to go, wait. Before I go into this situation, I need to do this. I need to do that. Before I go save anything or anybody, I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to take this. Ooh, I can't wake up Saturday morning at 7 o'clock to go help my mom or whoever because I freaking didn't get home from the bar until 2 o'clock in the morning. Those days sucked. And so, yeah, this is that's why I call this thing the hero's path, A hero will sacrifice his feelings for the welfare of others. That's what heroes do. Heroes will sacrifice their feelings for the welfare of others. Before, my feelings were way more important than your feelings. Screw what you're going through. It's all about what I'm going through. So, and just another thing about me is that I've been through 10 rehabs, went through thousands of freaking meetings, went through tons of detoxes, addicted to this, addicted to this, addicted to this, addicted to this, addicted to freaking just screwing myself, addicted to negativity, addicted to complaining, addicted to, and today's topic, victim or victor. I was addicted to blaming other people for the way that I felt. I was addicted for blaming you for the way that I felt. I was addicted to pointing out all the freaking problems with my life as opposed to look at what's good in my life. Easy to talk about all the crap and problems of our lives. Super difficult sometimes to just, hey, what's going right with your life? Not what's going wrong. What's going right with your life? A real quick spiritual, psychological, emotional, mental hack. Keep reminding yourself what's going right in your life. Keep reminding yourself what is going right with my life. What is going right? And if you can narrow it all the way down to, what's going right? My heart is beating. I have breath in my lungs. But not just say it. Feel it. So what's going right in your life right now? We're learning together. And here's my little disclaimer. I'm a 12-step guy. I learned some spiritual tools in those 12 steps. I applied them to my life. And that's why I do this, because I want to let the freaking whole world know it worked. It worked. It worked! But I think sometimes that the 12 steps gets a bad rap because we've heard it for so many years. We've seen it on TV. We've known thousands of people that have gone to the meetings a couple times and they didn't like it. It wasn't for them. It made them thirsty. A bunch of people talking about drugs. I thought I wanted to get away from that. I don't want to hear, and it gets kind of a bad rap. But the people that are giving it a bad rap are people that probably, most likely, never actually worked the 12 steps and applied those principles into their lives on the daily. You know? And I get it. Some people probably comment, I did the 12 steps before and it didn't frickin' work. Well, maybe you didn't continue to practice. It's like, I tried baseball for a few weeks and it didn't work for me. I sucked at catching and I sucked at batting. And I tried it for like about 3 weeks one time and it sucked. Because what's supposed to happen is if you work the program, you're supposed to have more love in your heart, less hate and anger. And then when you demonstrate hate and anger, you're blaming the rooms, you're blaming people, you're blaming this and that for the way that you feel inside. And when you blame other people for the way that you feel, that's a victim. I don't blame anybody for the way that I feel, unless I allow it. I'll allow people to make me feel good. I'll allow people to make me happy. I'll allow people to make me feel grateful. I'll allow it. And sometimes, I'm not telling you that I'm perfect at it, sometimes people do piss me off. I can get shitty. Sometimes I do, but I recognize it. I recognize that, am I going to allow this person to infect me? And I'm cracking open the door. I'm letting this dude rent space in my head. I'm letting this situation rent space in my head. Now I'm full of fear and anger, and I'm poisoning myself. So if you really work this program, and you practice this stuff, you'll learn to release the fear, the anger, the blame, the hate, the loneliness, the procrastinate. You'll learn to release this stuff. And if you practice it continually on a daily basis, then you will become stronger. And then maybe you'll say that, and I don't know. Obviously, if somebody says, I did the 12 steps and it didn't freaking work at all, maybe they didn't practice surrendering the ego and the anger. Maybe they didn't practice acceptance, accepting life as it is. Maybe they didn't practice these tools that we're supposed to learn by working these steps. And I'll never tell you that the 12 steps is has a monopoly on spiritual principles. But what I will tell you is that the happiest people in life, the people that are grateful, happy, joyous, free, abundant, living a life of joy, if you break it all down, they're living the same principles. Not letting fear dictate their life. Not letting hate dictate their lives. And here's something else. I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and I get some comments on some of my social media, and it's people talking so much crap. Saying, oh, you're loud, you're this, you're that, and it is, and I'm just like, well, whatever I'm doing is working for me. The program I'm working is working for me. It's working so well that your shit talking is not making me feel bad. And then on the other side of that, I look at those nasty comments, and I'm like, well, geez, it seems like your program is working badass in your life if you want to rage a bunch of negative crap to a person you don't know. That's not fun. Well, yes, it is funny. It makes me laugh, like for real. And I don't know, it's supposed to, I guess they're like firing shots, and it's supposed to hurt me. And it's not gonna hurt me. So throw out all your nasty comments, character assassinate me, friggin' put me down. I don't know, give me your best shot. Because I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to go to my refrigerator, and I'm going to eat a sandwich out of my fridge, and I'm going to have a badass day no matter what. Because I've been through bad shit in my life. I've been through some gnarly fears and frustrations. So me getting frustrated over your comments. So let's talk about it for a minute. Let's answer some of these things right now. Alex Johnson. Yes, Alex. Alex, you're headed to your first meeting. Any advice? Yes, I got some advice. You're going to walk in there and probably look around the room and you're like, I don't know. This is weird. But my suggestion to you is you raise your hand when they ask to share and you go, hey, this is my first meeting. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm here. I want some freaking help, and maybe I need a spot. I don't even know what I'm doing. But I need some help. I want someone to talk to. I just want to open my mouth and let you know who I am. And maybe you can give me some advice, suggestions. I don't know. And if you go in there like that, and if some of the people don't talk to you after the meeting, I want you to hit me back up. And I want you to let me know that you walked into a meeting and you said that you needed some help and no one talked to you. Because whatever that meeting is, that ain't the meetings that ain't the way it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be able to help people that are struggling. 100%. You can walk into any of my meetings that I go to and you can say that, and I'll talk to you, I'll listen, and so will 10 other people. So yeah, but don't just sit there and because your mind will judge everybody. Don't sit there and not open your mouth, not say anything, not meet anybody. Just sitting there because I promise your mind is going to tell you that this place sucks, these people suck, I don't identify with any of these things people are saying, and you'll probably never walk back into another meeting again. Because something, the darkness inside of us that told us to keep drinking, keep smoking, keep snorting, keep shooting, keep taking those pills, that thing that's in you and heavy, and obviously I could just make a little assumption, I'm sorry if I do, but I assume that you've been suffering from some kind of substance, and now you're seeking a way out, which I congratulate you. You're walking into your first meeting, but know that that thing inside of you that compelled you to drink and do all those things, that thing is also going to poke its head up into your mind and tell you that that meeting sucks. These people suck. You don't belong here. You're not like these people. And it will do its best to alienate you from the solution. Because the darkness will always reject the light until you keep pouring light in your soul. Then all of a sudden, then the light will reject the darkness. But we're filled with darkness in the beginning. So, hey, Alex, super cool. Go to your first meeting, say your name, say you need some help, you need some friends, something, say you got a problem with this or that, whatever, walk in there and handle it. And don't get stuck in a long drug-a-log. Just say that you're screwed up and you need some help. Kieran Leah, easy to think of goals to become sober, but easier to do drugs to make you feel the way you want fast. Absolutely. 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 Yeah, when I'm getting loaded, when I'm freaking not feeling right, no, let's get freaking high. No, I don't, screw those goals. We'll achieve those goals later. No, let's do something now so I feel good now and compromise and sacrifice my goals and everything else later. And then my mind will say, you're going to freaking not do this anymore. My mind will say, my mind will say, hey, tomorrow we'll work on those goals. Later we'll work on those goals. Or I'll be all tweaked out working on my goals, smoking some of that, and freaking all that stuff. If you do what is easy, your life is going to be hard. If you do what is hard, your life is going to be easy. It's easy to get loaded. It's easy to drink and get high and feel good. it's hard to conquer yourself. It's hard to really get to know yourself and remove the shit that's destroying you, because that shit's like Klingons, and it's clinging onto my soul, and it doesn't want me to have a badass life. If you do what is easy, like get high and drink, your life's going to be hard. If you do what is hard, to truly understand yourself, so you stop poisoning yourself, you conquer that, and your life's going to be easy. And happiness and gratitude will be easy to find. I promise. Hey, KC, are you from Sacramento? No, but all my in-laws are. And I was up there. I was up there hanging out with them, and I went to oh my God, the minor league game, the Wildcats, no, the River Cats. And we're at the stadium and watched the River Cats play, and now that's where I got this hat. I'm not from Sacramento, but I've been up there a few times. My in-laws all live up there. And thanks for asking. Go Sac. Hey. Sienna Hayes. Sienna says, I am a speaker for the grand opening on Monday for a women's and children's treatment center. What is some advice? Feelings. We got to identify with the feelings, because they might be in a different situation than you. They might be going through different stuff, but recognize feelings. Share about the way that you felt in your past for women and children's treatment center. Talk about your feelings. Talk about how it sucked. Talk about your past, how it sucked. Talk about how you turned it around, how it doesn't suck. And I'm supposing that you are in the program, or you're sober or clean, and you've changed your life because you've been asked to share your story. Tell them why you're clean today. If you can't think of nothing, tell them why you're clean today. Tell them why you're sober today. Tell them just why. Why are you doing this? Why are you here? And also, if you want some tips and tricks, don't stand up there and look nervous the whole time. And another thing is, try not to get up there and read something the whole time. Create some bullet points about little stories that you're going to. Create a couple little bullet points about some stuff that was impactful in your life. I'm not sure if you're a mother or not, but talk about how that felt when you were screwing up. So basically, in a nutshell, tell them what it was like, tell them what happened, and tell them what it's like now. You got to do all three of those, because they won't get it. They won't identify if you don't tell them what it was like. They won't understand the change until you tell them like what happened, and that will interest them. And then what it's like today, that will interest them. So you got to do that. What it was like, what happened, and what it's like now. Okay, Aaron Bomber's back. Is it up to me to keep changing, or does she need to do something? Seems that just because I had drug and alcohol problems, I'm the one with the problem. But in my mind, I think it's her. Ultimately, it is your journey. If you keep changing to accommodate her, then you don't know who the hell you are. If you keep changing to accommodate her, or to try to get her to change because you want her to freaking be something, do something, act some freaking way, and you got to keep changing, well, you don't feel like you're good enough. Stop it. Be the rock. Plus, but if you're still with the alcohol and the drug problem and it's still creating a lot of pain and confusion and fear inside of you, and you keep acting out and getting shitty and keep breaking promises, well, then you're the one with the problem. We got to look at that. If you keep breaking your word, if you keep changing to this, to changing to that, and I got to change to this and that and this and that all the freaking time, you know what I mean? Then obviously you might be breaking your word. Because you changed one thing and it didn't work. You changed another time and it didn't work. You changed another time and it didn't work. Changed another time and it didn't work. So obviously what you're changing. But if you're still drinking and still having this deal, ultimately it's you got to change. You don't want to give her the power. You don't want to. She doesn't have the power to change you. If she loves you so much that that's going to change you, you know, no, don't give no one that freaking power. You do what's right and healthy for you. And if she can't accept the real you, then there's an issue. But if you're drinking and drugging and stuff, then, you know, that's going to be a problem, and it's always going to be a problem because you're chasing to to feel good so you can operate, and then you're just constantly changing yourself. So just be you, find you, stop blaming her for the way that you feel because, again, that's victim mentality. You're giving somebody the power over you to feel a certain way. That ain't it. You know, she's going to be, it's her journey too. She's going to be however she's going to be. And you're either going to accept it, leave it, or you change you. Accept it or leave it. You know? All right, Aaron, that's what I got for you. Zach Fisher, how do you prevent getting burnt out on the program? How? Well, turns out when you walk into a room and you're burnt out on the program, it's not the program that's the problem. It's you that's the problem. It ain't the program. The program's been the same for freaking years and years and years and years and years. And if you're burnt out on the program, there's some kind of negative flavor that's developing inside of you that's poisoning your outlook. It's you. We don't see the world as it actually is. We see the world how we are. And if that narration keeps going over and over and over in your head, they're like, this ain't right. I'm getting burnt out on the program. I don't like it. You know what I mean? That's all like that's a negative state of being that is getting created within your center. We don't blame people, places, and things for the way that we feel. Again, that's victim mentality. There's nothing wrong with the AA program. It's great. I look around the rooms. I go to lots of meetings. I don't get burned out on it because I stay spiritually fit. Spiritually fit says I remove any negatives that go through my mind. That I remove the blame from blaming the program and blaming meetings and blaming people for the way that I feel. I ain't doing that. Some people suck. Yes, they do. Let them. Some meetings suck. Yeah, they do. Let it. But when I'm saying this sucks, that sucks, you suck, they suck, we suck, and I'm saying all that's just people. I got something inside of me that's blocking me. So I love the program. I will never get away from the program. I'm always going to go to meetings. And I've been doing this for 13 years. Lately, I do more meetings now than I ever have. And I love it. So how do you stop getting burned out? More love, less fear, less negatives. Recognize when you're negative. Recognize that, if you're working the program, recognize that step 6 and 7. There's a character defect or a shortcoming inside of you that's manifesting. And if you can release that, you'll learn how to release that through either prayer or meditation, maybe writing a little inventory maybe writing a mini 4-step on the program, why you're all angry and resentful at it or burned out on it. I don't know. I know the program's good, so that's how I stopped being burnt out. And also, Zach, I know I probably made a couple assumptions on there, and I apologize for that because my mind just goes down rabbit holes because I really don't know if you're just kind of burnt on the program or if it's just not working for you right now or it really made a big difference in your life and you're grateful, but it's just getting into a funky spot, or maybe you're in a funky spot and you need to revisit some of the negatives within. Matthew McSedgy, am I responsible to make amends to a friend who turned into my dealer and I ended up stealing from him? We are no longer friends. Been 4 years. I have been sober for 17 months now and do not intend to go back to people I used to hang out with, including her. No, you're not going to go to the Connect and freaking repay that 8-ball that you burned them for. Hey, homie, check this out. I owe you for a freaking, I got that 8-ball from you, and I owe you some money for that, and I burned you. No, you're not going to do that. You're not going to go jump into active addiction. People's active and go make amends, because they're on a path of destruction. They're on a path of failure. You're not going to go do that. You're going to go make amends to people that didn't have it coming. You're going to go make amends to people that we did dirty that didn't have it coming. Not that your dealer had it coming, but no. People like citizens and good people that gave you love and opportunity and joy and did all they could for you. Not when we're out there living that lifestyle. No, you don't got to go to make amends to that. No, hell no. So no, you don't got to go make amends to an old Connect that turned into your dealer. And you ended up boosting his... I don't know, his car or something. No. April Romero, how can I support my spouse through his alcohol addiction? Be cool. If he's actively drinking and it's screwing everything up in your household, you support him by, one, I don't know if you know what Al-Anon is, but you go to Al-Anon and you find out that it's his journey. And you find out that you could be strong for yourself during his trials and tribulations of his journey. But if it's really, really, really affecting you, then he needs to have a conversation with people that were alcoholic like him, and then have solved the problem. Because that's his solution. Because you're probably a normie, or you're probably never had alcohol addiction. So the solutions that you think are supposed to work for him, those solutions are what you imagine would work for you if you were in that situation. But you don't know what it's like to be in that situation. You don't know what it's like to be incredibly thirsty and it's destroyed everything, but all you want to do is drink anyway. You drink almost against your will. You know that drinking or drugs is, and so you would just stop. Can't you see the children? Can't you see how much I love you? Can't you see? No, we can't when we're thirsty like that. So you support him by having him go to some meetings, by figuring out if he needs detox, by him getting some help with people that have solved that problem. Because you can't fix him. He's got to be shown how he can fix himself. And he has to be shown how to fix himself by people that were in their alcohol addiction. But if he doesn't want to get out of that, and all he wants to do is drink, and all he wants to do is make promises, and all he wants to do is break them, then at some point, if you can do you and be you, and without him infecting your health and well-being, then that's the best you could do. Be supportive, be supportive. It does no good to yell, scream, be angry, put him down, or shame him. That makes it worse. It does no good to rub his nose into his mistakes. That does not work. So we just be as patient as we can be, and I'll make sure he has some guidance. Wilkie Andrea Wilkie, how do you handle the setbacks when you're doing everything in your power to keep moving forward? That is beautiful. That is so amazing, because check this out. We clean up, we get right, we change our lives, we make a decision. We got 60, 90 days clean. We're putting it together. We got a job now. And then all of a sudden, boom, you get fired from that job. All of a sudden your family and your parents talk a bunch of crap. All of a sudden you get your wallet stolen, you get your car stolen. All this negative crap just freaking dumps on your life. The people that usually make it are the people that have it the most difficult in the beginning of their journey. The people that have it the most difficult. We don't tap out. The people that have it so easy and everything was so peachy and everything was so lovely and I got clean and I got sober and now it's all wonderful. Those people are going to have a difficult time when real adversity comes. So right now what is happening is the universe is saying to you, Stephanie, nope, saying to you, Andrea, the universe is saying, listen, Andrea, listen. I have wonderful, beautiful, amazing gifts for you. But right now, you're not strong enough to handle it. You're not. So I need you to work out with this difficult setbacks. I need you to work out with this. I need to see you get strong in your faith, in your desire to overcome this shit. So here is some setbacks. Let's see if you're worthy of the gifts that life has to offer you. Let's find out. Are you going to be defeated by the setbacks, or are you going to welcome the challenges and overcome them? I promise you, all setbacks, all those are is opportunities for growth. And yeah, they're a bitch. Yeah, they're difficult. Yeah, they seem like the world's trying to take you out. And the disease is trying to take you out. With these setbacks, what's going to happen? Oh, it's too hard. Oh, I can't get through this. Oh, why is everything going wrong when I'm doing everything right today? These are all tests of your commitment, dedication. That's why most people tap out. They get a few setbacks. They complain about them, they tap out, they become the victim of them, as opposed to waiting, sustaining, prevailing, and becoming a victor. Andrea, you got this. You wouldn't be writing on here if you didn't think there was hope. You wouldn't be right here right now if you didn't think that you're not able to get through it. You'd have tapped out. Thank you for your question. Thank you. Gray, struggling with the voice saying I don't need it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We have something inside of us, and we call it the disease. You can call it traumas. You can call it whatever it is. You have something inside of you that told you snort this, drink this, go here, steal here, lie there, cheat there, screw this job up, leave that job. You have something inside of us that compelled us to screw up our lives. You think that voice is going to go away overnight? No, it's not going to go away. And that's the same voice that tells you I don't need it. Sometimes we got to go into the mirror, and this voice in my head that tells me that I don't need it, I need to get away from it, people suck, I don't like it, I just need to man up and get a job and work and freaking stay clean, I already know what I got to freaking do. That's the voice that's trying to take me out. I've been around the rooms long enough to sit there and see how many people cave into that voice and how many people overcome that voice. That voice is the liar. We all need some help. We all need guidance. We all need love. We all need support. We all need it. We all need it. What we really need is to remove that idiot that's in us that compelled us to snort this, drink here, lie here, suffer here, fear here. That's what we need to destroy. So yeah, we need it. The ego says, I don't need nothing from anybody. I just need to put my big boy pants on and handle business. Yeah, we've been trying that for years. So yeah, tell that voice, screw you. Rebecca. Hey, look it, Rebecca. You're going to go turn yourself in on Monday to the feds. Okay. You know what you've been doing these last couple weeks? You've been building light within you. You have been seeking. You have been feeding the light. You have becoming stronger. And you're going to carry that frickin' light into the prison, into the feds, and you're going to share with other women, and you're going to add value to these women because you have been seeking, you have been growing, you have been thriving, you have been feeling it. I know it's scary and worrisome, but take the light with you. Take it with you. Don't let nothing dim that light. You're here for a reason. You're going in there for a reason. And you know, there's a larger picture to life. And yeah, you're going in there for the reason that you committed some crimes and things got screwed up. But I promise you, if you hold on to that light will reveal to you what your real purpose is on going in there. You're going to face adversity. You're going to face struggles, but you're not going to tap out. You're not going to compromise, and you will share your light with other women that are in there. And you will build a circle of women that want to rise, grow, and thrive. You're going to find them. Don't ever let your light go out, no matter what frickin' happens. Make a difference wherever you go. Even in a prison cell, you can make a difference. I promise you, keep the faith. God bless you, Rebecca. God bless you on your journey. Keep sharing the wisdom. Keep sharing the light. And thank you for being here. Thanks for being on here. You'll be missed. Stephanie Marie. Danny, how do I make amends with my oldest daughter? She's 30 years old and she will not listen to me, nor will she forgive me. How should I approach this? Any advice? A lot of advice. But I'm going to do my best to keep it simple for you, Steph. Okay? Why does she not want to listen to you? Why will she not forgive you? Why? We have to look at that. And I don't mean to call you out, but you hurt her. You hurt her bad. She's still suffering. She don't trust you for shit. You flaked on her, you hurt her, abandoned her, whatever it is. She's hurt. Okay? And you're not going to be able to fix that hurt right away. You're not. I don't know how much time you have in recovery. And I know that the ego wants to say, I have 98 days now. I have 180 days now. I have a year now. Why won't you talk to me? I'm doing good. I'm working. I want to see you. I love you. I'm doing everything right now. Like, why? Because she's still hurt. And she's still and she hurts so bad that she don't trust you for nothing. Probably not a word that comes out of your mouth. And this is going to sound weird, but that's okay. I know it don't seem okay, but it's okay because we earned it. We earned it. We earned it. We screwed ourselves over and all the people that loved us. But here's the truth. Can you repair it? Will she trust you again? Absolutely. 1,000%. Each week, don't demand her to see you. Don't frickin' attack people that are keeping her from you. Don't frickin' stalk her. Don't do none of this stuff. I'm not sure if you got your amends yet. Oh, if you are on your 8th or ninth step, and you've gone through steps 1, and you've done this in order, and you are on that step as directed by a sponsor that says, now we're going to make amends. If she still refuses to see you, talk to you, anything, that's okay. We write them a letter. And that letter's not going to say, like, hey, you know that I've always loved you. You know I was just sick, and make up excuses. You're going to say, this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm at. This is how I live. And here's a couple bucks. Here's a couple bucks. Keep it simple. And do that every freaking week. Every freaking week. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing. I got this much time clean and sober. This is where I'm working. Here's a couple bucks. And she probably won't open it for freaking maybe the first freaking weeks. But if you do that month after month, and you show that you're solid, and you're not chasing her, attacking her, or anything, I promise you that more will be revealed. Now, I wasn't allowed back in my mother's house for almost 3 years. For almost 3 years. She didn't trust me. She didn't believe me for a long time. Okay, I gave her my 1 year sober chip, and I gave her a 1 year sober chip because I met her at Denny's because I still wasn't allowed it into her home, and I freaking handed it to her. She took that chip. She goes, and she flipped it over, and she handed it back to me, and she said, you had a year sober before too. And my mind went, but I'm sober now. I'm living in sober living. I'm working. I'm getting through my steps. I've gotten through my steps. I'm helping other people. I got a chip commitment at a meeting. I don't understand. It takes time. It takes time. Not in the time that we want. God's time, the universe's time, love's time. But she'll come around. I promise. Mike, what if your flaws seem too much? Like to the point you deserve punishment? Yeah, I get it. We suck so bad. We hurt so many people for so long. Like somebody kick my ass. Maybe that'll change me. Like somebody hurt me. Because we're sick of ourselves. We're disgusted with ourselves. We want to punch our own face in because we hate it. This is a character defect, and it's called self-pity and self-loathing. Tripping on yourself in the way that you feel all the time. Adding no value to anybody's life. Maybe here, maybe there, but adding no sincere value. Tripping on ourselves. Sick of ourselves. Disgusted with ourselves. Why? Because we've been hurt in our past, and we've hurt ourselves, and we've hurt others. And so now these wounds are bleeding within. They're bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, and we want to stop the pain. And normally we go to drugs and drinking, because drugs and drinking is a great pain reliever, And so when that wound is wide open and we want to punch our own faces in because we feel like we deserve to be punished, that's only because we're still wounded and we're still hurt. So now, what's the appropriate action? Let that shit heal. Let that shit heal. How do we let that shit heal? Well, with the program, it's called removing that I am a victim or need to be a victim. It's called plugging into love, life, recognizing that those thoughts, those limiting beliefs are not you. They're coming from a suffering voice. What do you really want in life, Mike? What do you really want? What do you really want? You want joy, peace, happiness, serenity? So I recommend find some flawed, fucked up people that hated themselves, and today they don't. Today they love themselves. Today they don't feel the need to be punished. Find people that have solution. You know, that's why the recovery rooms is so badass. Because you walk in for free, you get a free cup of coffee, and you will find people in there that have suffered just like you, that his flaws were just as great as you. And I promise you, I know that you think your flaws are way too much. No, your flaws are your flaws. You freaking earned them. They're not too much. You can get through this if you want to. But if you just want to suffer tripping on your flaws, well, you can do that too. It's your journey. If you want to sit around and just trip on them without any kind of solution, either like step work or spiritual work or working with some kind of mentor, sponsor, working with somebody, then you can overcome this. But if you want to torture yourself, hey, be my guest. It's actually kind of sad. So that's what I got for you, Mike. Tyler Suffrage. Is it normal to feel complacent and think you can go back out? Absolutely. Is it normal? It is so freaking normal. That's super normal. Yeah, we get right, we get good, we get healthy, we get strong. We got 60 days, 80 days, 6 months, a year. We feel stronger, we feel better, we feel brighter, we feel cleaner. You know, a beer ain't gonna destroy my life. A beer, no, hell no. I can handle a beer. Hey, give me a hit off that bong rip. Yeah, I can handle this, yeah. But we gotta think deeply with this one. If you really felt great about yourself and your life, you would have no desire to drink or use. If you really saw the destruction that stuff was doing, did to your life, if you could really see it, some people say, I know, I did that, I know, if I do this, it's going to bad. No, if you knew, like in your heart, you would never contemplate going back out. Ever. If you really knew the death and destruction and despair and the hurt feelings of yourself, if you knew that you would end up pitifully lost, incomprehensible demoralization, you would never even contemplate it. So this complacency needs to be addressed. You're either going to grow or you're going to go. Grow means not complacent. Growth means I gotta face some adversity. I gotta continue to work on myself. I gotta continue to work on my fears and my frustrations. I gotta continue to practice awareness, practice either prayer, meditation. I got to keep working and developing myself with strength, courage, gratitude. I got to do esteemable acts to raise my self-esteem. I got to help and add value to people's lives so I can become more valuable and value myself. I got to give some more love, care, and compassion out into the world so that I can become more loving and strong. And then when that stuff happens, you're no longer complacent because you feel good, your self-esteem's raised, your self-worth is raised, you feel confident and strong. But if you feel complacent, you don't want to add any value to anybody's life. You don't want to help anybody. We just want to go back out. I mean, we just contemplate, maybe I could drink that beer. Maybe I could smoke that stuff. Maybe I could take one hit. So please recognize that complacency is very destructive. It's like walking up the down escalator. If you're walking up the down escalator and you just stop and get complacent, that escalator in life is going to take you back down. We must keep building. We must keep swimming. We must keep swimming.
Take a look at what Brad said at the top.
Brad, if you get complacent, come place your ass in a seat in a meeting. Hey, Brad. Hey, bro. Yeah. Hey, that's exactly what I said, but I used 50,000 words. Thank you for your simplicity. I fucking love that. Nailed it. Ding, 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 ding. Brad, right on. Sassy and sober. What do I do if it's hard to speak up in a group due to past trauma and anxiety? Face your fears. You think I know I talk like this right now, and I know that I've been doing this for a little while, and but this, looking into a camera, screwed me up for years. Like I kept trying, hey, I don't, please don't record me, no, and then it's like, share, Danny. I don't know, I'm grateful, thank you. I got 28 days. You know what I mean? No. We must overcome this. It is out. See, this right here is your comfort zone. And this thing over here is happiness. Happiness is outside the comfort zone. Everybody sucked. Everybody sucked at the beginning of anything. Every Major League Baseball player, every freaking basketball player, everything. And yes, traumas keep freaking getting pushed, and it keeps triggering us, and our behavior gets screwed up, but we must demonstrate fortitude. You're not going to be a victim of your past traumas. You're not going to let that shit have control over you. You're going to conquer it. Learn to let that shit go. Recognize that you are not your past. Sassy and sober, you're not your past. You are not your traumas. You are greater than your fears and your traumas. I promise you. So, I don't know if you did on the fifth step, what you did on the fifth step, working with your sponsor, revisiting those things, finding the character defects and shortcomings associated with those traumas, and then actually working and releasing those things every day, working on that negative. That trauma created some negatives, and we work on it every day because we have a mountain of trauma inside of us, and that's got to be released every day so that we could get spiritually stronger, spiritually balance with the light. We have to keep letting light in, and it is not an overnight matter. So I believe that you are stronger than you really believe you are. I promise you, you are stronger than you freaking believe you are. You've been through some shit. You're talking about your traumas. You've been through some shit, and you made it through it. You made it. That means that you're stronger than you think you are. You can get up and share at a freaking meeting. That ain't as bad as the shit that you've been through. I believe in you. You can do this, sassy and sober. Ted Burgundy, Todd Burgundy, Todd, I know, bro, this is super rough. How do I stop the cycle drinking nearly daily every night after work? A lot, too, not just a couple. Todd, you just might be an alcoholic. And if you're an alcoholic, I don't believe that you have the power within you to just wrap up the drinking right now. I don't give a fuck how bad you want to stop. I don't give a fuck how bad you need to stop. You're going to find that you don't have the power right now to be able to stop. It's this defeating thing. It's like, I'm not going to drink when I get off work today, and then you drink. I'm not going to drink too much, and then you do. I'm going to go home right after 2, and you do. And then you drink, and you're like, what the hell? Who cares? I'll do this tomorrow. So what needs to happen is you need to be removed. If you can't get a sobriety date, Todd, if you can't get a sobriety date and keep it, you're going to need to go check yourself into a detox, check yourself into a hospital, check yourself into something for a few days. You got to remove yourself from the, you need a change of venue. The venue has to change because we keep fucking up the same venue. So you start there. You keep a sobriety date. You keep that day that you last drank. If you can't do it at home, and if you can't stop going to work, you're going to have to take like a week off from work or something. You know, you're going to have to tell them you got a medical emergency. You got to have something removed from within you. And that's not lying. You need the compulsion that makes you drink to be removed from you. But try. If you can get a sobriety date and keep it, great. If you cannot, you must have a change of venue. Hospital, detox, rehab center, something. And then to stay stopped, you got to work a program. Some kind of spiritual program. And so when I talk about spiritual program, it means like in the inside job, you're dealing with your spiritual energy. I'm not talking about all the other stuff because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But it's about dealing with your spiritual energy, spiritual program, awareness, energies, fear, anger, hate, shame. Get rid of it. Love, gratitude, growth, peace, serenity. This is all spiritual stuff. Inside job. I'm so glad I caught you. I've been watching your shorts, and I just want to say thank you for being you. Hey, Don Guapo, so glad I caught you live, man. I've been watching your shorts, and I just want to say thank you for being you and talking about all this. You have helped so many, bro. Please don't ever change. Hey, Don, I don't ever want to change, but I will tell you this at the end of our cha-cha right here, right now. I will change if I stop working a program. I absolutely will change. If I stop helping people, if I stop carrying the message, if I just sit around wrapped up in my own fears and my own insecurities and my money, my car, my job, my stuff, I will change. I will go back to drinking. If I stop sharing some light, that light will go out and I will drink again. So believe me, bro, I have no intentions of stopping. My plan is to go to the end of my days, to my last dying breath, stone cold sober, and doing my best to make a difference in this world and make an impact. That, for me, will be success. Not how much money I have, not how many, that's all crap. That's all outside stuff. I get choked up a little bit because I have no plans of changing. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Don Guapo. I'm glad you're here with us today. Very, very cool. And I think we're out of time. It's 6 p.m. Hey, we do this thing every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's California time. And please keep dropping in your questions. I know I can't answer them all. I don't know everything. I don't know everything, but I will do my best with the experience, my personal experience of what I've been through, to answer them to the best of my ability. And thank you guys so much for watching. You are appreciated, I promise, and you are stronger than you believe. And gratitude is all around us. Please find something to be grateful for and hold on to that, because that's everything. Gratitude's a secret to life. Forever grateful, you guys.